of what lurks in the dark.
This is not a vlog. This is not a vlog, and this is my in-depth paranormal analysis. What is going on, everybody? Sorry about the spooky intro, but we're talking about something really awesome and I love to talk about, and that is the paranormal. I've been in the paranormal community for a couple years now, and I've got to meet a lot of really cool people, but so many people have very similar views. The obvious being that ghosts are just people that have died and their souls are like trapped on the earth. Another super popular belief is that people's family members, they're still lingering around. They haven't detached from the place where they live. Essentially familiar spirits. We also have the people that believe that mediums are a good force and they're out there doing good work, and they also can communicate with the dead. One that I have never truly understood is that sage is essentially like a ghost repellent. Psst, psst, ghost be gone! People in the community also have their own small little niche views and niche beliefs. Those are the most prevalent things that people in the paranormal community believe. These beliefs come from many different places, but honestly, all of the evidence that I've acquired over the years that I've been investigating with the crew and in my personal life have done nothing for these commonly held beliefs except for disprove them. And those will also play a part in the framing of my beliefs going forward in this video. So many people claim to have paranormal experiences, and then there is a separate group that claims to not even have any kind of paranormal experiences at all in their entire life. You can almost consider these people to be on a spectrum of belief. At one end, you have the believers. Are there any spirits here? And on the other end, you have the non-believers. Oh, I only believe in science. And throughout this spectrum, you have the groups of people that are a little bit more skeptical. You have the people that are like, they believe in certain things, but not all of the things. It genuinely is like a spectrum. A lot of the people that are not believers, or the faithless people in the spiritual world, they believe that a bunch of idiots are just running around pretending like they're spirits whenever, oh no, it's just the wind blowing. The door swung open by itself, but it was just the wind, guys. Come on. A demon manifested in front of their eyes. Guys, it was dark. My vision was blurry. It could have been a bug. It was a bug. Those kind of people are always so quick to throw everything out, but it's because they just don't want to believe in it. Not because there is verifiable proof, but all of a sudden their whole entire world gets rocked because spirits exist. Let's get real. And realistically, because these people have these views, it's what the spirits want anyway. This brings me to my first point, that the spirits that haunt the world are actually entirely demons. I know it's a controversial topic, and in the paranormal community, most people always believe that these spirits are just people. People trapped here, like I said earlier, people trapped here because of something they did in their life. And I understand why people say that, because they do get names. They do get, oh hey, this is Phil from accounting. This is Sherry that worked at the dock whenever they fished back here in the 1800s. They give people validation that they are actually people and not demons, because why would they tell you they're a demon? If we're talking about something demonic and something that is evil at its core, why wouldn't they want to lie to you? Why wouldn't they pretend to be somebody else, go in disguise in order to trick a paranormal investigator into thinking that they're talking to a human? This is not the only reasoning and the only evidence that I have for spirits completely being demonic as opposed to being just different people. But it really speaks volumes to the fact that people who don't even believe in it to begin with are not normally shown paranormal things, because why give those people a reason to believe in something and essentially help validate the fact that there is an afterlife? Just check out the other channel, because you can watch from the beginning to the end of how spirits pretend to be other people in order to get validation from us, thus proving that demons don't exist type of thing. crazy thing is that you can actually see the way that different spirits react to me, to Jack, to my brother, to Kyle, to all of us differently, and speak to all of us differently in order to deceive, to validate my point. It's all due to our belief level in the spirit world. Which leads me to my next point. Questions. When people have questions in the paranormal community, the first person that everybody thinks of to ask is a medium. The Bible explicitly states the negative effects that consulting a medium can have. And I've learned firsthand what can happen whenever you try to consult these spirits from a medium's perspective. The spirits that speak to mediums always pretend to be people, like in investigating, and they'll pretend to be friendly, they'll give you good information, they might give you some vaguely correct information, they might even give you really good information, but not everything is as it seems. At one point, my wife specifically was studying to be a medium underneath another very prominent medium. As I explained the negative aspects about mediumship, the spirits that were around her started to drop the facade, if you will. The spirit guides and the familiars, once the veil has been lifted away from your eyes, start to become very nasty. These attacks would happen very often, and they were also very intense. It would be really hard to battle these things alone or without the proper guidance. Point number 3. Any spiritual leader that lives according to the world, like mediums and others in the paranormal community, will tell you that the best way to get rid of spirits or these negative or demonic forces is sage. Sage has been used as sort of a mosquito repellent for the paranormal for a long time. In the beginning of mine and Lauren's relationship, she would always be saging the house, always smudging different things, smudging crystals, leaving them out underneath the moon so that they can charge correctly, like a freaking cell phone. Constantly she would be carrying around crystals to ward off bad energies or whatever the heck they do. Actually, it's to balance your chakras. As time went on, we started to realize that none of these things actually were getting rid of any spirits or keeping any spirits away. If anything, it was bringing more spirits closer. At this point, the spiritual attacks were so much that I began to ask God what to do, and he ended up speaking very clearly, and we were able to get rid of the spirits. But there is a lot to unpack with that, so I'll have to make another video about it. There are many different thoughts and beliefs out there in the world that I have seen with my own eyes not work. The only tactics that have been tried and tested, and I know for a fact work, come from God. Like I said, more on that in a future video. What this has shown me is that a person's personal beliefs are irrelevant whenever it comes to the truth. And over the lifetime of this channel, I hope that I can help people in the places that I've had to learn the hardest way possible. And hopefully save them some time and some trouble so they don't have to go through the same things that I went through. That's all I got for today. I'll see you in the next video. Stay blessed.